There's a change of pace about FIFA 14 that can be a little jarring at first. Those long-used run-and-gun attacks up the centre of the pitch, so beloved by FIFA players, are here met with a steely wall of defence and a disheartening counter-attack. This is a slower, more considered take on football that rewards careful build-up play and thoughtful strategy over brash tactics. And boy, is it all the better for it.
Here's a shot now. Oh, what a great goal, right into the top corner of the net there.
There's no single new feature in FIFA 14 that screams "buy me" as perhaps the ragdoll collisions and 360-degree control did in FIFA 12, but it's how the game slickly combines several little tweaks to form a cohesive whole that makes matches sing. For instance, you can now maneuver the ball in all directions while a player is running with the ball. It's an obvious tweak when you think about it, but it opens up the game to a multitude of runs that zigzag all over the pitch, and to clever plays that outsmart defenders with more than just a lucky through ball and a burst of speed.
Could it be? Now they've hit it well, but it goes for goal! Oh, saved it again, and now we've got a corner.
This doesn't mean you can carve a maze-like path around the pitch without consequence though. For every twist and turn you make, your players visibly shift their weight around and throw their arms out to keep balance. Overdo it and the ball, which is no longer magically glued to a player's feet, drifts wide or too far out in front, giving defenders the perfect opportunity to swoop in and steal it. Showboating skill moves are easier to pull off too, since you no longer have to hold down a modifier button. With just a few waggles of the right stick, you can indulge in all manner of body feints, stepovers and sideways rolls which, when combined with the looser dribbling and slick animation, look pretty spectacular. The ability to actively shield the ball helps things along, giving you a little more time to plan an attack and give your player those crucial seconds needed to line up a shot. What this all adds up to is a game that looks and feels more like a real game of football than ever before. AI performs more intelligently, boxing in players on the attack and performing runs in just the right places to create some real shooting chances, even if they're offside a little more often than you might like. There's still an element of FIFA's heavy-handed automation at work here, but with FIFA 14 slowing down the pace and making you work harder for a goal, the automation is far less of an issue than in last year's game.
That's a really important challenge. They would have been in.
Off the pitch, things are largely the same, with modes like head-to-head seasons, ultimate team, online friendlies, virtual pro, and manager to play through, but they remain the most comprehensive and compelling you'll find in a football game. A slick new interface that mimics that of the Xbox 360 dashboard not only looks far better than its predecessor, but also keeps the action flowing smoothly thanks to a simpler layout and navigation. Fun skill minigames, swift loading times, and some excellent commentary put the finishing touches on what is a fantastic football experience. You could argue that perhaps it all looks a little too perfect, and a little bit of grit here and there, along with some players who don't look like they've lost all feeling in their upper bodies, would go a long way towards making the game look even better, though it's still leaps and bounds ahead of the competition. Despite the lack of a defining new feature to attach itself to, FIFA 14 is more than the sum of its parts. It's a fundamentally different experience to last year's game, and an entertaining one at that, moving the series ever closer to the realism it so proudly strives for. The only competition FIFA has this year is itself. With a next-gen version just on the horizon, complete with a brand new engine, you may be thinking about sitting this one out till then, but to do so would mean missing out on what is a fabulous football game, one that feels fresh yet familiar and that pushes even FIFA veterans into new, exciting and engrossing ways of playing.